empty state fair of Texas.
Did the Texas State Fair just become too expensive for Texans? Because nobody is showing up, and here's why. Now, historically, the Texas State Fair is super popular, and everybody loves to go to a state fair, get all the deep fried goodies, and plus the rides and the entertainment. The vendors come from all over. But now there's footage of literally empty midways, vendor stalls, there's nobody there. A lot of the locals are saying that the prices are very expensive, even for parking, and the parking itself is a nightmare. Plus, the prices are sky high. I saw a comment that a turkey leg, one turkey leg is $24. Their commenters were saying that a corn dog is $15. One corn dog. Like a family of four goes, and what used to be $200 day at the fair is now like $400. A lot of people just don't want to go because they don't support ice and they feel like there's going to be ice everywhere. The vendors are saying that their sales are more than 50% down. Plus, not only are their sales down, their costs were higher. So I don't know, is the Texas State Fair just losing its magic, or are they pricing people out of even coming? Comment below, has anybody been to the State Fair in Texas this year and actually spent a decent amount of money?
Nobody went to the Texas State Fair. Nobody. Okay, I've lived in Texas for 50 fucking years. No, this has never, ever happened, ever. Remember when Big Tex burnt down to the ground? I do, and then they had to get a new Big Tex, and next year it was a whole big production because we had a new Big Tex. I do. Okay, there are videos floating around of the state fair, of the Texas State Fair, and it is so fucking empty, it looks like the park hasn't opened yet. I'm in shock. I read some of the comments. One guy goes, yeah, $24 for a turkey leg. Not done. No, not gonna do it. $24 for a goddamn turkey leg? Seriously? And the state fair people said, sure, $24 for a turkey leg sounds on point. Wow. The other comments were, everybody's fucking broke. Nobody can afford to do anything. No one can afford to go spend, a weekend with their family at the state fair anymore. The state fair was supposed to be the place that you could take kids to on the weekend. Nobody can afford it anymore. And then half of the comments say, it's Texas. We all look a certain way. We don't want icy conditions on our weekend getaway. And then about, the other half of the comments are talking about, random pew-pewings and how Texas does nothing to stop them. And so we will no longer be going to any public venue thing like that.
I spent over $200 at the Texas State Fair. So last year, my best friend and I go to the State Fair, and I've never been to the Texas State Fair. It's a tradition. We gotta go see Big Tex. Bet, let's go see Big Tex. Honey, for over $200, I could have saw Big Tex at home. I could have looked at Big Tex online. I remember us going up to the ticket counter, and you pay like admission or whatever, and then the lady says you have to purchase tickets to buy anything in the park. And I thought that was weird, but whatever. How many tickets do we need? She's like, well, it depends on like how much you're wanting to do or what you're wanting to do. Like if you want to buy food or drinks, then you have to use the ticket. You need more tickets while you're in the park. We have little machines. So let's just start modest. Let's just start with like, it was like 30 or 40 tickets, I think. Honey, those 40 fucking tickets were gone within the first 40 minutes we were there. And all we got was like a fucking corn dog and a couple of beers. That's it. And one ride. I remember us having to go back to the ticket machines every 10-15 minutes. I'm not joking. I spent over $200 at the Texas State Fair last year. We didn't even get to see the whole fair. Like, we didn't even make our way around to the whole fair. I'm pretty sure we only rode one ride, possibly two that I can remember. And the rest of the time we just spent like with the animals and playing a couple games because we won my daughter a couple prizes, But that was it. That was literally it. So one thing's for sure and two things are for certain. You will never catch me at the Texas State Fair again. It's not even worth it.
Currently, almost no one went to the Texas State Fair this year. Let me tell you, Texas is the #1 most distressed state in people in the United States right now. The people in Texas are the #1 distressed financially right now. #2 is Florida. Florida is #2 where the people are struggling worse than any other state. #1, Texas, the red state. #2, Florida, the red state. Yes, they both voted for Donald Trump. This is a little bit of an FAFO, but this is a sure sign that not only is a recession coming and is already in about 22 states, according to Moody's top economist. I'm going to say it. We are about to experience our first self-inflicted depression. Self-inflicted. Please get your finances in order. Please call your elected officials.
I will never go back to the Texas State Fair again in life, and I'm going to tell you why. There were a few red flags that I feel like need to be addressed before you even consider going back. It was me, two of my sisters, Brandon, and my 2-year-old niece. The first red flag. So I'm walking in with my niece, I'm pushing her in the stroller, and I have on a crossbody bag, and I'm gonna show you which one it was. This is the bag that I had on, and I was honestly so occupied with my niece trying to get her in that I didn't even think about the fact that my bag hadn't been searched. So Brandon has tapped me on the shoulder. He's like, hey, like, come back. They need to search your bag. So I go back and I apologize immediately to security. I'm like, oh my gosh, I walked through. I forgot to let you guys search my bag. And she's like, oh no, you're fine. Just go ahead and walk through. A place where there's children here, you're just gonna let me walk through. Then we're getting ready to leave because honestly, the food was trash. Brandon is ahead of us looking for some pickles that I wanted, and he comes back, he runs back to us, and he's like, they're shooting, we gotta go, let's go, get the baby, y'all, come on, follow me, let's go this way. So literally everybody, there's like hundreds of people just bum rushing us. And my biggest fear was that my niece was gonna get like trampled. Thank God my sister just like yanks her up with the whole freaking stroller, and we're just running, like we are booking it to a safe place. We get to one of the stands and the guy's like, you guys, you shouldn't be worried, like they do this every year, there's no shooter here, don't worry. Don't worry. Not even 5 minutes later, somebody comes on the intercom and is like, yeah, there's an active shooter. find cover. The guy where we were standing under his booth, he tells us, you guys gotta go, everybody go, exit the fair, leave. We had to leave his booth and we're running again. Like there's another bum rush of crowd that runs again because the intercom said, yes, it's an active shooter. So then we get to the place by the haunted house. I do remember that specific spot. And we don't even know where to go. Like we're just standing there with this baby. It's all of us. Like we don't know what to do. We don't know where to go. Everything's blocked off. And the people that worked at the haunted house were just staring at us, literally staring at us. And so nobody is telling us what to do. There's no safety precaution. There's nobody. There's no security in sight. It's like ghost town with the exception of all of us running. We just start freaking out. Like we're wide out open in plain sight. We don't know where to go, what to do. So then the guy that works at the haunted house, he's like, oh, you guys come back here. We can make room for you. I'm like, really? Like, this is a joke, right? So we go behind the haunted house and there's like dozens of people hiding there or whatever. But I'm like, this is honestly insane. Like, you just stood here and watched us freaking out before you offered assistance or told us that we could come and hide. After hiding there about 15 minutes, a sheriff or some kind of officer comes in and he's like, you know, everybody's safe. We caught the guys. He said it was 2 guys. I guess it just doesn't sit right with me that there was no type of safety precaution. There was no structure. I literally walked in without getting checked and I'm just like, what is this? Like, it is literally so unsafe to go anywhere or do anything. Like, I had my entire family with me and our lives were in jeopardy. And it just doesn't feel good. It's like, oh my gosh, you literally can't do anything anymore. We met so many of our supporters yesterday and we just pray and hope and really, really, really pray that you guys were not affected and that you guys are okay. Because honestly, I am so triggered and so irritable right now. It's really sad.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.
The iconic Texas State Fair is currently trending, but for all the wrong reasons. As we all know by now, this fair has been coming year after year. It's been a family function. Everybody goes, they have a great time, and it's always packed. The issue right now is that for this year, 2025, there's multiple videos that are trending right now where you can see the fair in the day or in the night pretty much completely empty. At first, I thought it was somebody that was trolling. You know, they went the first day or they went on a Monday when it was empty. But there's multiple days, different days. And then here's the thing. People that actually live close to the fair are also commenting saying that, yes, it is empty. And then on the days that it's full, it still like looks kind of like empty compared to years that have passed. I would like to see a video Saturday, like around 5 through 8. If somebody could get a video and post that, I would like to do it, see it, because that is technically prime time. And then if that is empty, that means that, yeah, it is empty. I'm not from Texas. I'm just going based on what I'm seeing and reviewing. But I would like to know. Let me know, guys, if you've been to the Texas State Fair. Is it packed or is it empty? Down below, I'll be reading all the comments. And like always, don't forget to follow for more viral news.
Reporting live from the United States of Embarrassment, I have your breaking good news now. Here's the thing. The Texas State Fair has always been a huge deal. A lot of people have been coming out of town, from out of state, to come to this amazing fair with a bunch of foods and everything. However, they are showing record number of people not in attendance. It's empty. It's empty. And here's the thing. The Texas State Fair has been known to just pack the house. The thing is, a lot of the people that were in attendance were Hispanics, Latinos. They don't want to go. Is ICE going to be there? Absolutely not. Also, we don't have money. We're not going to spend $300 at a state fair when we can do something else with that. So the thing is that even though you want to push these people out of the country, guess what? They spend money. They spend money. And if they're not spending money, you know that we're not spending money. So, yeah. I wanted to wait to address the whole discourse of Taylor Swift's new album versus everything else. I just want to say this, and I hope that the people that follow me can understand a little bit of just lore. I'm not a bad bitch. I'm not a savage. that line, it's not a great line. It's not a great line as a woman of color listening to. It's not a good line. It's not a good line. It's almost macro aggressive, because you are putting your insecurities in a song and saying, I'm not that, but I'm not going to mess over you, sir. I'm not going to do what the other black girls did, because I love you. I love you. That's not it. Now, there are some bops on the album. Yes. I do like a few catchy items and little innuendos. I caught all of that. I do. But I think that what she was trying to accomplish and what she's still trying to accomplish is a very small part of the overall picture of when it comes to putting out music that people enjoy, can relate to, and can appreciate. That's all I'm going to say. I talked a lot more about this and just a lot of things going on the podcast releasing this week. We got 3 days, friends. 3 days. And also, I will be available to provide you with breaking good news always to outweigh the bad. Have a great day. Bye.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4. We've got millions of free child place holidays available, with 22 kilograms of baggage included.
People been wondering why the Texas State Fair is so high and nobody is going this year. Well, first thing first, you got October the 1st right around the corner where everybody about to get evicted, SNAP food benefits have been cut off, emergency housing vouchers are obsolete, and people's lives are in shambles. And I feel the worst for family of 3s, 4s, 5s, 6, 7, because it's those people that are financially affected the worst. Think about it like this. If you spending on average about $150 per person, that's over $1,000 just to spend 30 minutes to an hour in a fair. It's 100% a money grab and greed at its finest. If they would have messed around and did something like had a random power hour where everything was half off and they didn't tell you what hour that was, not only would the fair be packed, but people would have rubbed all their pennies together to make a nickel in order to enjoy it. But because you didn't cater to the growing problems and financial hardships of the economy, people ain't rocking with it this year. And I see videos where people are saying, going to the state fair is a 5-star date, more like a 10-star date, because you're gonna need more than money to survive this economy. You're gonna need love, guidance, and leadership. And for the last 3-4 years, women have extremely and utterly bashed men beyond comprehension. So who is it that's supposed to be footing these bills? So if you was thinking about going to the fair this year, save your money. Worry about getting them school clothes for the next semester. Worry about paying your light bill, car note, and budgeting for food. And leave all extreme extravaganzas like the state fair alone. Remember, October 1st is Wednesday, and it's about to be a lot of hungry, homeless, and pregnant people on the street. This is something America was never prepared for.
So I've been seeing a lot of people making videos about the Texas State Fair or State Fair of Texas being empty. And that is very unusual because even during the week, the Texas State Fair or State Fair of Texas is usually busy throughout the week. But for some reason, it is not. Now, I did go to the State Fair of Texas when the weekend of Grambling and Prairie View, which was last weekend, and it was packed. It was not empty at all. That was on a Saturday. But I would probably say one reason why the State Fair may not be as busy as it normally is because it is expensive. I mean, it's very expensive. And I heard also that they used to give out these free tickets to the students so that they could go to the fair, and they no longer give students those tickets anymore. So just think, if you got 5 kids in school and they were getting free tickets in order, so that you don't have to pay that fee for them to get into the fair, but they're no longer giving them that ticket, it could really add up. And then on top of that, if you're parking in the fair parking is $30. So that's a lot right there. So $30. And then again, if you have multiple kids, that adds up.
And then on top of that, the food items are so expensive. And I know when you have kids, they want to ride. So that's, another expense. So that really adds up. And when you think about the state of the economy right now, especially with food prices being so expensive, it does not make sense to try to fit that into your budget. And I wouldn't, if I had to, if I had, multiple kids, I would definitely miss out on the fair. I mean, it's not, necessary, of course. I mean, it is necessary for you to eat, but definitely not necessary to go to the fair because, again, the food items at the fair are really expensive. I usually get like a corny dog. I did not get a corny dog this year, but some of the items that I got, the most expensive item that I bought at the fair this year was like $22. And it was not worth $22. And what it was a funnel cake. It was supposed to be a funnel cake with chopped beef on it. And I just wanted to try one new item, and it ended up not being that great. So that was a waste of $22. And then to say that was $22. And then I had already paid $30 for parking. So again, it adds up. So I'm sure that is definitely one reason why people are choosing to skip out on the fair this year. It's expensive.